Let's play with paranoid. Board games, gadgets, and toys. Arcades, consoles, and Game Boys. Let's play with paranoid. Genesis, Saturn, Dreamcast, Mini, Super Nintendo, Power Glove, GBA, TurboGrafx 16, we play all day. Wolfenstein, Doom, and GTA. Let's play with paranoid. Board games, gadgets, and toys. Arcades, consoles, and Game Boys. Let's play with paranoid.
Welcome. It's Let's Play with Paranoid with Gary Lewis, and I didn't want to make it too confusing. I really wanted to just call this one Gary Lewis Indoors, but it might have just been too much of like an inside joke.
Yeah, that might not have worked as well as we wanted.
But you get it. Like you would have got it if I called it that. But so it's
Yeah.
called Virtual Hunting Indoors with Gary Lewis, and then in parentheses between me and you, it's Gary Lewis Indoors because
Right.
I've got with me Gary Lewis from Gary Lewis Outdoors TV show. And basically just like the coolest professional hunter in the world. He's the most American professional hunter, which makes him the best. Even if it's not on merit, it's on just Americanism alone. You're the best. So welcome aboard to Let's Play. And I guess before we start, just for good housekeeping, let people know where to find you, who the hell you are, everything else.
Okay, so we got a podcast called Gary Lewis Outdoorsman. We got a publishing company called Gary Lewis Outdoors. We have a television show called Frontier Unlimited. And you can find me on Instagram at Gary Lewis Outdoors.
Pretty straightforward. And here what we've got in store today. I've got this game that's been in my library since forever, and I'll get to what the game is first, but I'm going to explain what we're doing today and what makes it, I think, a little bit cooler than normal. Is that I've only been hunting a couple times when I was a little tiny kid, and I think it was like mostly bird hunting. And outside of that, I would like catch snakes and lizards with my hands, but I was never really into hunting for a whole bunch of different reasons that doesn't really matter here, but it does mean that I'm an absolute bumpkin, and I don't even know. For example, I was going into like the audio effects here, and this one's called remote caller, and I'm just wondering, is this like a hunting term or is this a game term? Because I don't even know what a remote caller is.
Okay, so I'm guessing, in my world, a remote caller is an electronic call that you would put out maybe 50 to 100 yards away from you, and then you could control it with a remote control. But in this game atmosphere, it might mean something else that I haven't thought of. So
I think it might be that. I'm gonna leave that one high. So all the other ones I'm just turning down, just so that we can hear each other talk. Even though it might mean we might miss some like audible cues, that might just be the nature of the beast for this particular format.
Yeah.
So I've got the music off, the dialogue off. Hopefully all the things have subtitles. But I'm gonna trust you more than some AI person in the game, right? So that's why you're here.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, you're welcome. And we'll leave the sound effects up so maybe we can hear something crunching through the forest. I don't know.
Yes. Right. We got to hear it coming up and up behind us.
The game is called The Hunter Call of the Wild, and from the research that I've done online, just looking in reviews and everything, it's got really good ratings, and it's I guess got very high credits for people saying it's realistic. But my first thought is like, there's been fishing games that were credited as being really realistic, and you might turn that fishing game on and just stare at digital water for like 40 minutes and get a couple nibbles, and people are like, wow, this is so real. So I hope it's not exactly like that. But the plan is to just have you help me hunt. Like, you're going to teach me how to hunt in a very safe space today.
A safe space. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming that like neither one of us are going to have to like worry about flagging each other. We're not going to get sweaty or tired or like spraying your foot or like anything bad, I don't think, unless you fall out of your chair. I think that's the worst thing that might happen today.
Low blood sugar.
Yeah. So I don't think it matters, but I mean, you're the expert. Male or female hunter?
Oh, let's go with a male hunter.
I knew it. Sexist. All right, and then we've got.
I just wrote working on a bear hunting story, and one of my experts I interviewed is this wildlife biologist, houndswoman hunter from Wisconsin. And if you put her picture on there, I'd go hunting with her. But I'm not going to go with your AI generated woman.
Well, the only character that looks like a real person, the rest of these just say like option 1 through 6, and then there's some guy called Remy Warren, and I don't know if that's a real person or not, but I'm gonna go with him because he's got.
He's a real person. He's a real person.
Okay, are you beefing with Remy, or is it okay to select him?
He's good people, but let's pick somebody else.
Okay, let's go. I mean, I don't know if there are any that look quite like you. This might be the closest, so we're gonna go with this.
Yeah, just the wrong hat, but okay.
And then we only have one location to pick from. If this series goes well, if you like it, if I like it, if the audience likes it, maybe I'll get some of these other places. So they've got like, you tell me if these are real. Te Awaroa National Park.
Yeah, right, for sure.
In New Zealand, there's one called Rancho de Arroyo.
Yep.
In, I don't know where, Mexico.
Yep.
Mississippi Acres Preserve.
Okay, that's closer to you. Okay.
Revontuli Coast.
Yep.
Baltic Sea. New England Mountains. And do any of these like particular pique your interest?
I'm interested in hunting in that Mississippi.
Okay, so that maybe that'll be episode 2 if we like this first one, because that one's a DLC. We're looking to see what the free one is, but Emerald Coast, Australia. That sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, they all sound good. I can hunt anywhere.
So we've got 2 free ones to pick from, and then here's the other paid ones: is Parque Fernando, Vuronga Savannah,
nice,
Medved Taiga National Park. I'm sure I'm butchering that one.
Oh, awesome. So what are the free ones?
The free ones are Layton Lake District.
Okay.
And oh my God, this one's going to be a rough one. Hirschfelden Hunting Reserve.
Nice. I think we got to do that one. I mean, the other one would be like my home country, but
I mean, which one do you feel like you would, if we were actually going hunting, and this was my first time going hunting, and we could get a plane ticket to go anywhere. Which of these
you better come? You better come here to my territory. So let's do Layton Lake.
Layton? Okay. All right, let's do this. All right, Call the Hunter. I guess this game's from 2017, so we're already going on like 7 years.
That was a good year.
And I guess I'll read these out since we turned the narration off. You made it here in one piece. Welcome to the Untamed Wild. Name's Colton Locke, but everyone calls me Doc. I'm the warden up here. I'm not going to do a voice. I'm the warden up here, and I know just about every nook and cranny of this place. I heard this is your first time in the Pacific Northwest Lake District, the best hunting reserve you'll find in 100 miles. I've been hunting my whole life, and I still don't get tired. Did you write for this game, Gary?
I would have done better than that.
I think you would have. You would have done way better.
It's a good start. It's a good start.
They're probably like Russian programmers. They don't really.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Look around. There's a lot to discover. Not just the big game. Okay. And then I've got. Okay. So it says try and find an animal and see what you can do. It says track down and harvest your first animal. So I'm going to accept that. So locate a track, shoot the animal, harvest the animal. So we're looking for an animal track. What's the first thing that you think we do here?
Oh, we got to look at the ground.
All right, it's probably not going to be right next to the campground. I'm assuming. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll get out of the camp, I suppose.
And real quick, random tangential question here. That's nothing to do with this game.
There's an animal right there. I mean.
Is that as much as we do? Do we have
Is that what we're looking for? I mean, that's a doe. That's a doe blacktail. So I'm just saying we're not going to shoot
legal.
This. Nope, it's not legal.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's cool to see it, and it's leaving tracks, so we can find tracks.
Are you seeing tracks? I'm not even seeing tracks. I just see like a bunch of rocks on the ground.
It's walking away from us, which means it's leaving tracks. So if we go to where it's standing.
Oh, okay. He dipped. That makes
She
sense.
did. She did. Yeah. So
She
right
did.
down
Okay.
here, examine track. There we
Examine
go.
track.
Hmm.
I don't really. Oh, okay. Those are the little hooves.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess that's just letting you know that it was there.
Yeah.
So
And
what would happen if you were to take a shot at that? Is that just like you go to jail?
well, you'd have to try and sneak it home in the truck without anybody seeing you.
In a video game only. We're not
Right.
talking about real life.
Yeah.
Okay,
but-
here's the track. They're actually
okay.
now. I haven't been hunting before, but do they glow blue like this? Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Okay. This is a lot easier than I was expecting out in the hunting.
What I liked was how fast you walked right out of camp. You just trucked right out of camp.
Is that not how it works too? How long does it usually take to get from camp to where you're actually hunting?
Well, I mean, you can start hunting right outside of camp. There might be animals right out there, and so you would walk a little bit slower. But I like your enthusiasm, and I mean, lots of my friends would walk real fast out of camp too.
So, I mean, since it's a game, I'm assuming that I can just keep running from place to place here, looking for these tracks, and then
Sure.
eventually it's going to lead us to where they're at. But if we were really hunting, am I running at all, or am I just everything a slow walk?
Well, as I look around, I would sit down and I would watch. If I was hunting, and also forgive me, I haven't put on my camouflage yet, and I'm going to just do that right now. What are these things on the ground? Are those rabbit tracks or?
I think we're still tracking the deer. And the game actually just told me, "Hey, idiot, crouch down, don't stand."
Oh, okay, good. Well, I'm putting my camouflage on till I get too hot.
Okay, I don't actually see. I don't. This looks like the end of the tracks. It's pointed this way, and I don't see any tracks. Oh wait, maybe this is some. Nope. So I guess we're on our own now.
Okay,
Oh,
so
you're
now,
after a moose.
so those were moose tracks. So we had looked at deer tracks, and then we started seeing moose tracks.
Or what
So-
makes this an obvious moose track?
Okay, because it's bigger than, and the feet are splayed outwards, and then so you see at the back of the track are the dew claws. So on a heavy animal, the dew claws will show up in the ground. So what we're looking at here is a big bull track, probably, and it might be indicating that it's fresh because it's flashing blue.
All right, well, you direct me, man. Like, what do we do from here? Knowing that there's a moose, do we head towards like lower ground? Do we
So
just start walking?
The direction you're pointing right now is the direction the animal is pointing.
Yep, I believe so, because it's basically giving us this little splay. So I'm assuming this cone is probably letting us know it's somewhere here or maybe somewhere out here.
So moose are creatures that eat in like swamp land. So the further down this hill you go down into like this little valley, you might find a marsh or a lake. Oh, I see a lake over there. So it's
I see some tracks up ahead too. See those blue tracks down there? They're like glowing.
Okay, so you see there's and there's a lake over to the right. Yep. So yeah, just follow those tracks. This is a good way to.
And these are moose tracks. Okay, that's cool. Actually, now I know how to identify moose tracks.
Yeah. Okay, we're making progress then.
Okay, and it's letting us know that active tracks are cayenne and white tracks means it's inactive. So white might mean that like it was there a long time ago, but the blue is fresh.
Yeah.
And then I can see more blue over here, but I also don't like, should I be standing or should I just be crouch walking this entire time?
We're out in the open, so do crouch walk until you get to those trees.
Okay. So then once we get cover, we can stand up and walk a little more freely?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is not unlike the kind of conversation we might be having if we were doing this out in the wilderness.
Yeah, what kind of tips are you giving me if this is your first time out?
Well, I want you to stay entertained, so I might start telling you a story or something. You know, I might ask you if you slept good, the night before, and if you got a good breakfast.
Do you how would moose be for breakfast?
Oh, moose is good for everything. I would eat it
Really?
for dessert. Yeah.
Like moose steaks, moose
Oh
sausage?
yeah, moose is really good food.
Hmm.
And if there's something that makes it better, it's mushrooms. Cooking. Oh, that was an animal there, wasn't it?
Oh, did I not? I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the blue over here.
Yeah, I just think there was an animal in front of that tree to your left.
So let's say that we're tracking this moose and you see another animal pop up. Do you just shoot the animal you see, or do you keep tricking on whatever you're looking at?
Well, I think I would shoot
I saw something out there.
I would shoot a bear. If I was tracking a moose, I would shoot a bear,
Okay, maybe not a rabbit.
If I saw a trophy deer, I would shoot a trophy deer.
How would you know what a trophy deer is? Is that just the antlers?
Yeah.
All right, we're still on the moose tracks. Now, this is still technically out in the open, or are we in like standing area here?
We can stand up now and
Okay.
walk a little faster if we need to walk faster.
I see. Oh, there's something else glowing here, and it doesn't look like a regular track. It looks like poop.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm assuming these are droppings.
Yeah. Okay.
Animal droppings indicate the distance between the track and the animal. A recent track means it's nearby. Proceed with caution. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that it's around here somewhere.
Do we know what kind of gun you're carrying today?
I don't know if. Yeah, we've got shotgun. We've got a revolver. Or is it a 50? No, it's just a revolver. Probably a 45, maybe. You got binoculars. Oh, binoculars
Nice.
probably help out.
Yeah.
You've got a lure, an animal caller.
Okay.
Is this a moose call? I wouldn't even. I don't want to. I don't want to like call a duck and scare the moose away. I'm not sure. Oh, we've got a bunch of different callers, and I don't know what these things, the different ones are.
Okay.
Can you tell what this one is in my right hand?
Not by looking at it.
Okay. It looks like we've got 3 different callers. We've got a can of either mace or mosquito spray. I'm going to assume it's mace.
Or bear spray, maybe. Yeah, bear spray.
And then I don't really know what gun this is. Let's see. Hunter, skills, inventory. Oh, here we go. Weapons. We've got a Ranger 243. That's the bolt action that we got now.
Okay.
We've got a Fosco 357. Okay, that'll do some damage. That's not just a regular revolver. And then we've got a 12 gauge. So I'm assuming for a moose, we're going with the Ranger 243 bolt action.
Yep. It's kind of light for a moose, but it'll do the job.
I mean, out of these 3, is there anything else that would work?
I would use the rifle.
Okay. And then we only have one type of rifle ammo, and it's soft point. So.
Okay. Well, for good luck, I brought a box of Nosler ammunition right here. So we'll just presume that we're hunting with that.
And how would you lure a moose? Is there a call or a scent or something that you would put out?
you can use a call, and it sounds something like this. Ma. Ma. Like that.
I think there's actually a moose that just showed up right behind you, Gary. I assume we'll switch the binoculars. Maybe I can get a little look around.
I think that's a good idea. Let's use the binoculars.
Okay. All right. So, all right. The poop's here. Let's get back to the poop.
All right.
It doesn't necessarily say, oh, this says very old now. Maybe I waited too long. So maybe just keep going. But let's see. Let's just see. And you were saying before to almost like go down to find a water source, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a lake.
Yep.
I'm assuming this is down. I mean, you're the expert, but since that's the cliff up there, I'm gonna assume that's not down. This is gonna be down.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Can I use the I can't use the binoculars and walk? Yeah, I can. And I am not the greatest at these first-person games in general, even if it's just hunting animals, although I'm getting a little better.
Do you play games very much?
I don't really, man. There's one game that I go to and I'll play once in a while. It's a card game though. It is the opposite
There
because
you go.
I
Good for
like
you.
games that you can like sit back and
Yeah.
think and like, not have to be your whole focus. These kind of games, like if you're not paying attention for 5 seconds, the game's over.
Yeah.
All right, we're at the peak of something. This doesn't look like a lake though. Oh, there's a lake over there.
Yeah. So up to your left, you can walk out on this little rim, and that's what I would do here is I would walk out on this little rim, and then I could look down from this like little point or from those trees that are a little bit further to the
All right.
left.
And I can run, I can prone, I can crawl. Like you let me know if like
Yeah,
right now
I
I'm
would
just walking.
I would just like crawl out to the edge here and then just kind of look around down along the edge of that lake.
I'm not seeing anything. Let me know if you see anything.
Go look over to your right again, kind of pan right over there. Take your binoculars down and just look over to your right.
This
Right
like
there.
this far right?
Yeah. Is that a down tree over there on the right side of the screen? There, right there. Is that a down tree?
It's hard to tell, but I think
Yeah.
so.
So that's what we call stump deer. In the business, there's stump deer and stump bears.
And what does that mean?
That means you look at it and it looks like a deer, but it's actually a stump.
Oh.
So
Do you get points for taking one of those out?
it's pretty much everybody can locate them. It's kind of like, oh yeah, well I saw some stump bears today.
Is that you only mention that when you don't see any real bears? Though, I
Right.
assume.
Yeah.
All right, I'm doing my best to see if there's anything moving at all. I don't see anything yet. And I don't feel like we're really tracking anything specific, right? We've seen some
It's like,
footprints, we saw old poop.
Yeah, so we've done what I typically do a lot. I leave a track and I go looking for, maybe where the animal went rather than following the tracks.
Okay, so since we haven't seen anything yet, we do have a body of water over here to the right, a little farther away.
Yeah,
We've got one here in front of us. Which direction should we be going in?
let's split the difference and we'll go between them.
Okay.
And
are we walking? Are we running?
Walking.
Walking. Okay. And I mean, in video game rules, I would just jump my ass down there, but I don't know if that's safe in this game. So I'll half pretend that it's real.
Okay.
And then should I have my gun out just in case like a moose pops up out of nowhere and I can just shoot at it, or is that not how it works?
It's always better to have your gun out if that's the option.
All right. I don't know what the button is. I have to go through like my duck calls to get to it. All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh boy. That would suck to just accidentally start blasting on with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Do people go out with just a 357 hunting, or would that be irresponsible?
No, you could, depending on what it is you're hunting. That might be the thing. I've done that.
I mean, what if it was a moose?
No. we want to use the rifle.
All right. I am going to be a little slow in this because I don't know how to get to the binocular to the rifle immediately. I'm sure there's like a shortcut.
I think we should try to use one of the calls.
Oh, so it tells me what the calls are.
Mhm.
So we can see. So the calls are a deer bleat caller,
Okay.
a jackrabbit caller, and a roe deer caller.
Okay. Interesting.
So are any of those prefer? And I don't think we necessarily even have to hunt a moose. We can hunt anything we want.
Mm-hmm. Let's blow on that predator jackrabbit collar just for fun, because
Okay, and it says it attracts small predators like coyote, red fox, using the sound of a distressed jackrabbit.
mm-hmm.
All right, and do we just do it here? Do we go and like hide in the bushes and blow it? Like, cause there's a little space here in between the trees, or do I just blow it
Yeah,
out here?
I would get up next to cover.
So in here, or like
Yeah.
against the side of the rock over there?
Maybe from where we are, we can call from here and see what happens. Like right there. Yeah.
Once, twice. Do I just keep mashing it?
Yeah. Keep mashing it for a little bit. I would typically call for like 30 seconds, and then I'd be quiet for like 2 minutes. That's what I would do. Then I would call again for 30 more seconds. We could also call in a bear with a call like this.
Are there bears in this area?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I want to hunt a bear as my first time out. I feel like a moose might even be a little intimidating. A deer, I think I could do.
I think you got to man up now.
Yeah, we're just gonna go for a bear right off the bat.
We got to be ready.
All right, so I'm moving because I squeaked it. I didn't see any movement maybe didn't wait a minute. I have to learn the patience probably.
Okay, well, that's very typical for a first-time hunter. And so I'm going to take my coat off because I'm kind of getting warm. All this walking.
All right, I just want to be able to see something. All right, let's try this again. Is this a good spot, or was it better when I had like a higher vantage point? Does it not matter?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, let's try this again. And like, is there a certain amount of time between the squeaks, or up to
I would
dealer's
be
choice?
quiet for about 2 minutes and
Okay.
then call again if I was going to do this.
Now, again, this is supposed to be a realistic
Well,
hunting
I'm
game.
feeling
So.
it is realistic.
And I mean, am I just doing like full 360s constantly? Just like, what was that? What was that? What was that?
Well,
Or
there's usually a direction. Did you see something?
no, I'm just using this because I don't want to switch to my binocular.
Right. Yeah. This is so typical.
But yeah, I mean, I was saying, like, is it like, if this were you, would you even be looking over at this rock constantly, or would you just be looking like downhill?
I
Like
would
in the
look over
tree
my
line?
shoulder sometimes.
I don't know how obvious the game's going to make it if there's an animal around. Like, I'm
Well,
assuming that it won't give you a big alert or anything.
Remember that we saw that doe deer right out of camp, so it was pretty obvious when we saw it.
And there is like, I've got a compass on the bottom right, and maybe I wasn't paying attention when it said what that was, but it's not pointing north. So maybe the compass is telling us the direction where something might be at.
I think the compass is showing us which direction we're looking.
Well, you see on the bottom, like it's looking now, but see that there's like a green cone of influence.
Yep.
So that green cone of influence is somewhere like southwest for some reason. I'm not sure what the importance of that is.
Oh, I gotcha.
So that if nothing pops up here, maybe we follow that little cone of influence in case that's like a hint. And like, what are the chances in the real world if you're just like you're at this spot and in the real nature that an animal at some point would come across that would be worth hunting? You know what I mean?
2%.
Really? So you could be out here all day, every day for a week and still not see a single thing worth shooting at.
Something will show up eventually. but we want to be in high percentage places. So if we're hunting moose, it's down around the lake. If we're calling for a coyote, like right now, it doesn't hurt to call for a coyote for a few minutes and then go back to the moose hunt.
All right. Should we call again, or should we go for this green area?
Let's say we got bored of coyote hunting, and now we're going to go back to moose hunting.
All right. Since we're in the trees here, I'll do a quick little jog. All right.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna slow down a little bit. And I am curious. I have a feeling that since this is game logic, that green cone. Okay, the green cone's pointing us back to camp. That's where the green cone
okay.
is.
So there's our camp. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I thought we went way farther away from camp.
Well, we walked in a circle, which is very common
for a newbie like me.
But it looks like there's a it's nice to know at camp we've got an outhouse if we need it.
Well, and we've also got a lake here.
We also got this big lake, so we can just hang out at camp. And I mean, watch for a moose come along the edge. Now, that's what we would do if we were old. If we were
wouldn't
old
a moose? Guys. Well, we're not old in the game. In the game, we're like 20.
Yeah.
But like, wouldn't a moose know that there's a human camp here? Oh shit! An animal has seen you. I mean, damn, the animal saw me and I didn't see it. So
okay, very, very realistic.
I don't know where the hell the animal saw me. It just said get down. And I assume it's not like a duck. I mean,
well, that's what I was wondering. It might have been a duck.
That seems a little cheap. Of course, the duck's gonna see you. It's in the.
I mean,
air.
if you haven't shot anything before, you feel really good when you do shoot a duck.
I mean, if I see a duck, I might as well. That might fulfill the like track an animal, shoot an animal requirement.
Yeah.
Oh. So there is something in the water over there. Yeah, look at that. What tracks are those? Can you make that out?
No.
It doesn't look like a duck.
Can you use the binoculars?
Yeah. I gotta go through my whole knapsack though and pull them out. Apparently I hide them under everything else. Okay.
What a loser.
I don't know what the hell that is, man. It's
a feather. Could it be a feather of a duck?
I don't think so. I think it's a footprint of some kind.
Under the water? Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe we can go look at it, I guess. Is there...
We don't want to get wet and get hypothermia.
Is there anything else around here? Oh, spot animal. Ooh. Oh, okay. And we're looking at a need zone. It says a need zone. Tell me, this is a hunting term or a video game term? It said a need zone's an area where like an animal goes because it needs food or water.
Okay, well,
it's a mallard.
Okay, well, I think we need to switch to the shotgun and go hunt up those ducks.
The shotgun? I can't want to shoot it with a rifle from here?
Nope.
Why not?
Because that's not sporting.
Oh, so it would work, but it wouldn't be proper.
Right.
Understood. Okay, I didn't know that. I totally didn't know that. That would have been a huge faux pas. You would have been like, "Hey, I'm gonna go and like, grab a smoke real quick or something," and you'd hear the rifle go off, and I'd be all excited, and you would totally be like, "You just did something wrong," and I wouldn't know that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I like this because it's making us have these conversations. Okay, how close are we to this duck?
96 meters, and since this is game, like I don't even have to see it, and I can tell where it's at. It's that little green dot right in front of us.
Yeah.
What about the 357? Would that be unsportsmanlike too?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why is a shotgun just because you have to be closer to be accurate with the shotgun?
Yeah, and you like to have the animal fly and shoot it while it's flying with the shotgun.
Oh, so we don't even want to shoot it in the water.
No, but I'm going to let you because it's your first hunt.
Well, if we were in the real wild, would you let me do that, or would you?
I would. I would, because I'm that kind of a friend.
What if you knew I was an experienced hunter and you saw me just taking out ducks in the water. Is that faux pas?
Oh, we would laugh about it at camp while we were eating it.
Is this where sitting ducks comes from, that phrase?
Yes. Yeah.
So, and is that, I mean, I'm curious, like what does that mean specifically? It just means it's really easy because what, the
Yeah.
duck
So
doesn't see you?
this whole bird hunting tradition we have comes out of England and France and Italy and Germany, and so there's a whole protocol for how you hunt them and give them a sporting chance. So you let them fly, even though it's not illegal to shoot them on the ground or on the water, but we try to let them fly and give them a
Is it legal
sporting
to shoot
chance.
them with a rifle?
No,
Okay.
but now we're getting within range of the duck. So if you actually, oh, we can hear it now.
We can hear a bunch of them. I think there's a bunch in the air.
Oh yeah,
The one that we've been tracking is about 30 meters away. And
Okay.
I see other trails. See down there by the
Mhm.
ridge line?
Yeah,
There's like a whole bunch of other ducks probably. Or
yeah.
it might be that
Well,
duck.
get ready to shoot this one.
Really? 30 meters away?
We're 30 meters still. Yeah, so we want to close the distance to about 15 meters.
All right, I can't even see him yet, but he's like,
We can hear him
he
though.
was in the water. Now, is there any could like ducks band together if they saw me coming after this guy and attack me, or does that never happen?
The danger would be that we might walk up on a bear while we're stalking this duck.
That would be kind of cool
Mm-hmm.
in the game. Okay. I'm either blind or it's just not within my
Okay, so you
vision yet.
walk up just a little bit more. Okay, there you go.
Do you see it? I don't even see it.
You see those little white dots?
Yeah, that's the trail to it.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it's not showing us exactly where it's at. Maybe it's just
Yeah.
showing us where we need to get to.
I think you just still have to get closer.
I'm definitely hearing them go wild out here.
Yeah.
All right, 10 meters from whatever this area is.
Do you think you put the little crosshair on that target thing and shoot that? Do you think that's what you do?
I think we would see it. I think for sure if that was where the duck was at, we would see the duck there.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we've got a track.
Oh,
I think maybe the last time we saw it, it was right there and it moved.
okay. So, but further up, I see the black things in the water. Is that our ducks?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah. Okay. I would go ahead and shoot. It's telling you to be sure to aim for its vital.
Are we? I mean, am I close enough to shoot it now?
Yeah.
Or do I have to get closer?
Pick one
You see
and
him out
shoot it.
there?
Pick one and shoot it.
I got it.
Shoot another one. Shoot another one.
I'm reloading.
Oh, Roy.
Oh, are they all gone? Oh, they're all gone.
Okay, so now
I
do we
mean,
go? I think.
Can I get one in the air? Or is that not?
Yeah,
that
try
seems
that.
pretty
Try that.
far. Really? That seems
Yep.
pretty far away.
Yeah. If one comes close, shoot at it.
I mean, at this point, we're not going to be retrieving them, though, right? Is that a faux pas?
Well, we'll try to retrieve them.
Well, here, let's go get the one we did shoot first.
Okay.
That might be a good.
Is that it? There it is,
confirmed
right there.
trophy. There it is.
You got it.
Oh, look at this. Flesh intestines, 100%. I'm assuming that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a male mallard.
Yep.
Class. So what's class 1 mean? Or is that a game thing?
It must be a game thing saying that you got a nice animal, but it's kind of like in the easier category of things that
Yep.
you might shoot.
Yeah, so it says that it is a difficulty of 2. I wonder what a 1 is. Maybe
How
a
about
squirrel?
I tell you a story while we're here?
Yeah. About a duck?
Yeah. So when I needed to become a successful hunter, you know, I'd already had some success, but when I needed to be more successful, I decided I'm going to go kill a duck. And so I go take my new shotgun and I go up to this little lake that was up by where my mom and dad lived. And I have to walk through the forest. I get to the edge of the forest and I know it's a shallow lake. And I look across the lake and there's some mallards just like this one on the other side of the lake. And they jump up and I shoot one just as it's coming off the water. And then I bring that home and that's my first duck. So I showed it to, I told my friend about it. And he says, well, I know where I can get a duck too. And so I went with him and we went to his wife's grandfather's place. And we sneak down the hill and we sneak around. And sure enough, there's a duck on the water. It looks just like the one I killed, except it's big and fat. And so he gets up fairly close to it and boom, he shoots it. And so we retrieve it. I think we had to use the boat to go out and get it. And then he brings it home and he told his wife about it and she told grandpa. And apparently that was the pet. Had been eating, whatever he'd go out and feed it. So anyway,
I assume that is also a faux pas to shoot somebody.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it's a duck and he ate it and it was a worthy kill as far as we were both concerned.
Are there any hunters out there that you know that like have pet versions of the same animals that they hunt?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I have black belly sheep, which don't look all that much different than sheep I've hunted. And we had a little baby lamb born today. And
oh, do you name them?
Yeah, we named this one Pickles.
Pickles?
Yep. Really cute.
What do you do with them?
We raise them and sell them.
And then what do they get used for after you sell them?
Well, hopefully they get used to control your weeds and keep the grass short and stuff.
Well,
but you
could
could also
turn them into a lawn service.
You could also eat them. But to me, that's less. That's a lesser use. But if I sell one and somebody eats it, that's okay. I'm an adult. I know how it works.
And I'm curious. I mean, I guess when it comes to like sheep, but I was also thinking like cows and like, do you actually hunt any of those animals? Those are all domesticated animals that you just raise and slaughter, right?
So I've hunted in Hawaii quite a bit. And in Hawaii, there's wild cattle, wild sheep, wild goats, and deer, and lots of different kinds of game birds. But a lot of them started off as farm animals. I mean, the wild cows and stuff.
Are there like cow hunting expeditions where you go out and hunt wild cow? Really?
I could have shot a wild cow real easy, but we were filming it for TV and I just didn't want to be the guy that shot the cow on TV.
If the camera was off, that would have been a different story.
I probably would have shot it. Yeah. And we ended up shooting some feral sheep and goats that day.
All right, we've got a black bear.
Oh, good.
So I'm going to assume that we're going to be on like, is
I
this
want to congratulate you for your first successful kill.
Well, thank you. It doesn't feel as bad as I thought it would.
You feel okay about it?
I do feel okay. And I guess the reason too that I was asking, like, can you hunt cow is because like, I don't like hunting mainly because the weird issue of like, I feel like I did something wrong to the animal, but then I'll happily go and grab a hamburger somewhere. Yeah. And, but I like, just like you, like, I don't know if I want to like shoot the cow, but I'll eat the cow. But there's animals like a bear, like I guess I would shoot a bear if it was coming at me, but a cow, I don't feel like would ever come at me. Right.
Well, I mean, in Hawaii where I hunted, they're very dangerous. It's like their most dangerous game in Hawaii is the wild cattle, and same in New Zealand, and same in Australia. Yeah.
Now, are we talking the bulls only or the heifers as well?
Anything that wants to stomp you is dangerous. Yeah.
Wow.
I think, are we getting close to this bear now?
I don't know. I think that it's telling us that there's a water source that the bear might be going to. Because as soon as we saw the bear track, this little like water icon popped up. So
Oh, okay.
I assume that it's leading me by the hand a little bit while I get acquainted here. So let's see what happens when we get to the water. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, I don't know what the water symbol was here. Do we need water?
Are we thirsty? Do we want Giardia at this time?
Let's see. Oh, lookout point tutorial. It's asking us to do this, I think.
Oh, okay.
Visit a lookout point. Okay. I assume that's this. Maybe not. Yeah, see, we got a little phone out here, and then there's also a little icon with, it looks like the moose track, maybe. Maybe it's remembering where the moose tracks were at.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Nope, that's the bear. Okay, this is the bear track.
All right.
And I mean, here's the area it went in. So I'm just going to go straight from where the tracks are at.
All right. I'm going to have a little sip of coffee here.
And now, is that a hunting faux pas?
Having coffee? No.
So the smell of coffee wouldn't like scare a bear away?
When I put it inside me, they can't smell it anymore.
Okay. Are there any like snacks or drinks that are like you're not supposed to bring on hunts?
Oh, I'll tell you what drives me crazy is when people will bring something like in a cellophane bag, like potato chips, and then open it up and it's going making all these crinkly noises. that will drive me crazy. I will tell you about it too, you know.
It seems a little counterintuitive, but like to bring a bag of like Doritos onto a hunt.
Yeah, you want to, if you're going to do something like that, take the Doritos out and put them in a little Ziploc bag or whatever, and then try not to crunch them real loud.
I feel like we're maybe not on the path anymore. So I mean, this was the last time
this is also very real. I get off the path all the time.
Yeah, well, like so I mean, we can see where that last path was, right? So on that little cone. So we are directly straight ahead of it, but it could have gone all the way over there. It could have gone all the way over here.
Okay.
But I guess I'm just splitting the distance. Should I stick around like the edge of the water? Would that be a better
let's go.
or?
Let's go up in the woods.
Okay. Thought I saw something, but I don't think I did.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes it's hard. I mean, it's a video game too, so
I know, but I mean, these are the kind of conversations we would have on your first hunt for sure. I feel like we're getting some of this out of the way for if we ever do go hunting, that you're gonna know a little bit already. Okay, what do we got here?
Yeah, I would appreciate it if we didn't go right for the bear the first time. Like, don't bring me out and then just be like, oh, by the way, here's the black bear trail. Go.
Yeah. Okay.
I think duck hunting, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I played the hell out of Nintendo Duck Hunt. How close is that? How much did that actually train me?
Not real good.
Okay.
Not real good.
All right, there's definitely something over here. I'm just walking. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run. Would you yell at me if you saw me doing this?
Well, I mean, if you're in a hurry.
I don't know what this is. It's just a freaking. I wish I understood what this meant. Like, I'm standing right over it.
Okay. Okay.
I'm in the water, but
is there anything you can get for for
shoot it?
interest? I mean, is there any helps in the game that tell you what this is?
I'm sure there might have been at some point. I maybe just completely bypassed it. Let's see. Mission log. Get a lay of the land. So we did the first 3 steps. Locate a track, shoot an animal, harvest an animal. We did it.
Okay.
And then the next one is visit a lookout point. If you want to get your bearings, there are lookout points spread all over the reserve. Okay, I guess that might. So
Okay.
this green thing is maybe where we hit the mallard, I guess. Okay, these are the tracks. Okay, that water thing is called a need zone for the bears. So apparently that water icon is the water source for where the bear was at.
Okay.
Here's all the different tracks we saw on the way walking
Okay.
around.
Mhm.
Okay, and here's a lookout point. So here's where we need to be going.
Ooh,
The
we got
exact
a.
opposite direction.
Oh man.
And since we're not necessarily hunting, I'm just gonna run the whole way there. So yeah, we've
Okay.
got 600 meters to go.
I hope you pack some sandwiches.
You know, what do you usually pack on like an all day hunt like this? What would be a Gary lunch pack situation?
Well, what I would do is I would call you up and I would say, okay, well, what are you bringing for lunch? And then you would say, well, I don't know, what should I bring? And I would say, well, I think you should bring 2 sandwiches
Is it
and
for me and you?
2 candy bars,
Extra
2
crinkly wrappers.
yeah, 2 water bottles. Not the real wimpy crinkly ones either. I want the smart water.
Oh, okay. So do we proceed to the lookout or do we follow these moose tracks?
Oh, we're on moose tracks again, aren't we?
Is moose higher priority than lookout?
I believe so. I mean, might as well walk down there where those tracks are and look around a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna make some game assumptions here, but if I'm gonna assume that if I'm standing here on tracks and I see more tracks, I can probably go to those next set of tracks.
Yeah.
But I don't see another
that's
set.
good.
So
That's a good assumption in real life too.
okay, here's some more over here. Let's go to those ones. Oh, these are, I'm gonna say deer tracks. Well, it says it to the top right, but also because Gary told me I
Yep.
don't see any weight pushing the dew claw down.
Mhm,
Right?
mhm.
Is that
Yep.
why I don't see those
Yep,
two little
yep.
nubs?
Yep.
All right, I don't care about the deer though. I care about the freaking moose. What is this? This is very old deer droppings. Okay, don't care about that. And these are active moose tracks.
Moose tracks. Okay.
I feel like we were here already, or maybe
I
not.
feel like we were too. I was just wondering, are these the
Like,
are these
isn't
the
this the
same
original
tracks we were
series?
on before?
Well, I don't think because we only saw those tracks like once or twice.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I feel like these are all, and I think that if I go back to my map, yeah, see, these all look like maybe new tracks.
Okay.
Well, let's see. Let's
Yeah.
see. Oh, there's some right there. These are also moose. And it says trot. Is that something special? Is that a hunting term?
Is the moose trot or
It
you?
It said the moose trot when I say the moose
So the
track
moose
thing,
is
it says
trotting.
footprints trot. Oh, is that
Okay.
like the
So the
the
moose is
cadence?
kind of moving fast.
So a trot is a fast.
Yeah. So it's really hard to walk up on moose typically. So we might want to go back to the lookout. If it's trotting.
Well, I'm seeing more tracks here.
I know. Okay.
Poop. Okay, poop. Very old.
Okay.
So all right, yeah, let's go to the lookout.
All
Up
right.
here. If that said fresh, it would mean what? Like it's definitely in the area, but
Yeah.
very old. I'm gonna assume that's like an hour, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Or
I mean,
3
what would you
days.
say? Like what's the difference between fresh and old moose poop?
Fresh would be warm, moist, wet. You know, the
Do you touch it or you poke it with a stick?
I'd flip it with the tip of my boot.
Do you know any people that would just like stick their finger in it and
Oh
like,
yeah, for sure.
does does that give you any extra insight, or is that just like you're just flexing at how much of a wild man you are? That you just
That's it, really. That's it.
really
You can tell by looking at it. You don't need to touch it. But if somebody wants to touch it, they can touch it. I don't care.
Because every movie I've ever seen, if the tracker is like worth his salt, like he's touching it, he's sniffing it, he might even
Right.
taste it.
Right.
If you just see him like poke it with a stick, you're like, oh, this guy's an amateur. He's not even tasting the moose poop.
So we did that one time, and I had brought chocolate coated raisins along, and so I threw them down on the ground and I picked them up and then I ate them. We did that for TV. Okay, so we're at a lookout here, huh?
No, this isn't a lookout. This is something else. This is a written note that another hunter left behind.
Oh,
And
okay.
and they left a note that they heard a bear here, I guess. Is that a real thing?
Funny.
Do people do that?
Nope.
No? Okay. So that's kind of BS. Yeah, it says written note. Someone left a note here for someone to find. And the written note, I don't even think it says anything.
Yeah. Go back to that. It said on the screen there. It says, whoever you are, walk in peace. Go north to find the closest outpost. You can't
Am I blind?
miss.
Where are you seeing this?
I'm seeing it just to the right of this little square. Right there.
It's just for me, all I see is left this note here for someone to find who. Oh, that is the note. Duh.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I thought that was the game telling me someone left a note here for someone to find. Okay. Go north to find. Okay, they're helping us get to the outpost, and it says there's
Curious tombstones. Okay, is it Nephilim? Nephilim tombstones?
like, that would be a deal. Like I would have bought that DLC immediately if that was actually one of the options here. Okay, they're just telling us to go to the freaking lookout point. And I didn't really need to know.
Sometimes you
just see
see
it.
stuff when you're out hunting that makes you question the reality that you've been sold upon.
All right, we've got a white-tailed deer out there, but we don't care about deer.
No.
We
We would
do
if
we
we
do?
want to. We might want to shoot a deer if it's a buck.
Okay. All right. Oh, and now I'm seeing an audio track animal call. There's a fleeing black bear about 60 meters from here.
Oh, let's get a look at it.
I don't know where the hell it is. It just said that there was a sound.
Ooh.
I mean, 60 meters is pretty close, man. Like we would see it if it was here, right?
Oh, it bedded down right there. Looks like
Where?
the grass was all matted down, like something had been laying in it.
Oh yeah. Well, there's also rabbit trail here.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, animal has heard me. Okay, I'm being a jackass. Right? Because I'm like standing up and I'm like, oh, there's a deer track. Oh, there's a whitetail track. Oh, there's a bear track. So I'm gonna assume moose takes priority over deer.
Yeah.
And rabbit we don't even care about.
You've shot a mallard, so you're up above the rabbit stage now.
You think a rabbit would have been like a tier 1 if
Yeah.
one was the easiest? Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I really okay. This is just newbie hunter speak, but it's taking me a lot to not just like stand up and sprint from point to point. But I understand that just means you would never see an animal; they would just always be leaving.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the deer track, but the deer track's going back over this way again.
Yeah. Right. Going the other way.
Right,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go towards the freaking
Lookout
point. We're so close. We're over a third of the way there. There was a bear here, definitely, because we heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, some old rabbit droppings. How schizophrenic is this process? Like, if you were actually making your way up to this lookout point and you saw bear track and you saw deer track and moose track, like, are you like constantly stopping from going up to your point to go off and like go on these tangents?
I don't let tracks take me on tangents generally, unless there's some indication that it is very, very fresh. I want to be where the animal is going. More
the bear
so.
seems fresh because we heard it and it was 60 meters away.
Yeah.
Let's see, very fresh black bear droppings.
Okay.
So I guess we're gonna keep crouch walking. I mean, could the bear be at the lookout point? That would be pretty convenient.
I mean, it could happen.
Are lookout points official places that like hunters like note for each other, or is this just an arbitrary high point on the map?
For us, where we hunt, it's going to be an arbitrary high point. But there are places like fire lookouts that you sometimes can climb up and look around.
Why do they call them that?
Fire lookouts?
Yeah, fire lookout.
Because they'll post a watcher in the, not the kind of watchers you might be familiar with, but a watcher that
watchers,
yeah, that would sit and watch all summer long during the day, and if they see smoke, then they call it in, or they radio it in to the National Forest fire dispatch, and then they'll send somebody out to put the fire out. So we have fire lookouts all over the West.
All right, we are close.
And they look like that. They look like this thing we're walking up to.
It does look like the bear. Oh, okay, okay. The bear. Oh no, there's a deer fleeting. I'm curious if I can see it from here. Is 170 meters good to shoot a deer with a rifle?
Yeah.
I think it was down here.
This is good feeding area for deer too. All this little.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
There you go.
That's a doe, though, right?
It's a doe. Yeah, we'll just pass on that one.
Okay. Okay.
Good call. See, now this is being an ethical hunter.
And now, I wonder if the game was telling me about that doe, or if it would let me know that, like, if we're hunting deer, is the game assuming that we're talking about male deer?
I don't know, but I know how I'm trying to bring you along as my protege.
Okay, no, that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Got my own plan.
And the reason you don't want to shoot a doe is because it could be pregnant, or is there something beyond that?
We are trying to shoot a buck because there's we want the does to have babies and provide more deer in the future. It's called conservation. So in this case, we've chosen to pass up the does, and we just want to shoot the bucks, or shoot a buck.
Okay.
Okay. So what do we got here? Bear tracks?
I mean, we're still tracking this freaking bear, man. The bear seems like it was right here.
Okay. Now, are these the tombstones that we're coming up on? Ooh.
So this was the moose tracks.
Okay.
And it looks like whenever I go to a track, I'm starting to learn this. So the white ones means we're not tracking this animal. But if I select this one, then we'll be tracking the moose, which looks like it's going that direction.
Okay.
So we could at least look and see how old these droppings are. And I'll assume these are moose droppings. Fresh. Okay. So maybe we look for the moose and not the bear at first.
Okay. Well, if we got
There's
fresh
a moose and a bear here. I don't know.
We're going to hunt the moose then if we got to choose between them.
Okay. We're still on the moose track.
Go to the right. Around this rock. There you go.
Now, why did we go to the right?
Because that's where the blue moose tracks are.
I can't see a damn thing here. Okay. They're going down here.
Going down the hill. Yeah.
No, I mean, if we were actually hunting, is this a faux pas to use your scope as your binocular?
Yeah. This is a faux pas. Yeah. You'd want to use
because it's unfair?
No, because if there's another hunter down there and you see movement, you look at the other hunter with your
right now you're flagging them.
Yeah. I mean, because now you're pointing a loaded weapon at the hunter.
I'm learning stuff because I totally would be doing that too.
Yeah, I know, and all of this stuff happens out there in the woods. And I did it when I was younger, till I realized what I was doing.
But you could just be able, the safety was on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, at that point, you've already lost the argument.
Yeah, that's usually like one of the worst things is someone does like a faux pas and they're like, oh, but it wasn't loaded, because
Yeah.
that's always the last thing you hear before something
Right.
horrible happens.
Yeah.
And we are going very far away from the track we were on, but this is just me being a newbie hunter.
Hey, I like it. I think this is what we got to do. We got to kill this moose.
Now, do you care if it's a male moose or a female moose?
I'm thinking.
Oh, these are old, so I
Okay.
think I'm gonna head back to the lookout point so we
Okay.
can achieve that. I was getting excited there. Yeah, so you can hunt female moose, and is not the same thing as hunting a female deer. It's not the same faux pas.
It depends on the wildlife management goals for the region that we're hunting in.
I got distracted. There was a bear 100 meters away this direction.
There what? Oh, okay.
It's not obvious. I think maybe I turned the sound effects down, but it has like a little visual indicator, and it'll tell you what you heard and how far away it is.
Oh, okay.
So it was around here somewhere. And I assume that if we weren't playing this live, like streaming and talking, like I'd probably have my headphones on and I'd be listening for just like the tiniest little crunch out in the distance, and use that to like direct which, like which angle I was going to approach it to.
Yeah. No, I just heard something.
90 meters. So we're
Okay.
getting close. It's definitely in this direction.
Sound like a bear woof, huh?
Now, are they going to like jump out and scare me, or does that not really happen often with bears?
Well, it can, but mostly it doesn't happen.
Like, am I like so calm, like clearing rooms and corners and stuff, or?
Yeah, you want to be looking around, but you also can get a sense of where it's going to be. Like,
Okay, 50 meters ahead.
oh yeah.
40 meters ahead.
Okay, is that it up on the right? No. Okay.
And I've got my rifle out. Is that the proper?
Oh yeah. Is that it?
I know it's just a game, man, but I'm getting a little bit freaked out here, knowing that I'm gonna see a bear maybe soon. Especially if it's hiding in these freaking stones. It seems like a bad place to get caught by a bear. Is this like a really dumb thing I'm doing right now?
Well, you got to kind of push. You got to push. You got to be a little bit aggressive.
Okay. That's not the bear. That's not the bear. I don't think. It is the bear.
Going that way. Okay.
Walk. So he's going slow. He doesn't know we're onto him. Up. What's this? 90 meters. So either there's multiple bears, or he's just. Oh, there he is.
There you go.
Is this too far?
No, shoot.
That was not a vital. I know that. Is that a faux pas to take a non-vital shot?
It looked like it looked like a high, like a spine shot.
Yeah, I feel like it might have been more of like a shoulder blade or something.
So my daughter shot a bear when she was 12. And she was using a 243, just like you're using here today. And we had to follow it up and shoot some more.
So let's say I just like hit him in like the side or something non-vital. Is he like hurt and we're moving slower, or does that one shot from that distance not like, is he just running and he's far gone by now? Like, is there a chance that I slowed him down and I can like follow like a blood trail?
Well, I wonder, have you walked past him in your enthusiasm?
Probably, because that's something that a new hunter would probably do, right?
Yep. I just saw a little indicator at the upper left of the screen.
Well, not the yellow one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the yellow one is where they wanted us to go originally. That's the lookout point.
Right.
That was before we got distracted by the bear, which I did see, and I might have walked by now. I feel like he was right around here when I took that shot.
Okay.
And then he kept running out in this direction.
Okay.
I also, just to let you know, I have the worst sense of direction of anyone you've probably ever met.
There's one guy that's worse.
You don't know that yet.
Yeah.
Let's see. Black bear headed this way. Okay, this kind of feels like the direction that he took off running.
Okay.
Okay, I see some more.
Yeah. If you miss them, they don't typically run very far. They want to stop and assess what you're doing before they make their next move.
All right, well, we found some very fresh droppings, so I think we scared the crap out of them.
Uh-huh.
All right, here's some more bear tracks. Run. Okay, yeah, this is definitely the route that he took. All right, and so I guess what I'm curious is like how often do I just stop and look around in case he's around here? But if he's running, he's probably still running in this direction, right? Is that the right logic? Or
That's one way of thinking about it.
well, what's another way?
Well, I would want to know, is there blood, in the tracks?
I don't think we've seen blood yet. Like those tracks that I walked by, it just looked like any other normal tracks.
Yeah.
So in reality, I would assume, yeah, you'd probably see some. I don't know if we're going to see it in this one.
And you could have also missed. We don't know, do we?
Yeah, I think there's a good chance that I did miss. So here, let's go back to those tracks just in case there is blood on them. But I didn't see anything that made that obvious. I don't see any blood of any kind.
Okay.
But it definitely does look like it was this direction.
Yeah. Well, chances of getting another shot on that bear are probably slim in my world.
Really? Okay. So if you miss and it runs away and you lose sight of it, like you just go on to the next thing?
Yeah, we got to find a different bear at that point.
Is that a faux pas thing or is that just
No, it's just reality of being a hunter.
Okay, this is a different black bear that was headed in that direction.
Okay.
There's so many bears around here.
I like it.
All right. I do want to go back to the freaking point here, which we've now doubled our distance away from. Although I got to shoot at a bear, which is a huge milestone for me.
I know. That's big stuff.
All right, yeah, we're going the opposite direction as the bear. That's fine. There's a good chance we get to this lookout and we see something cool to shoot at from the lookout too, right? Is that a faux pas to shoot from the lookout?
I would make sure there wasn't any other like Forest Service employee there watching, but then I would.
Would that be something where is it a faux pas for them if the Forest Service guys were there? Is it just because it's like a safety issue?
They might. I mean, that's where they live all summer, and they might not want you shooting from there.
Oh, so this lookout we're going to, someone lives here during the summer, like it's a house.
Yeah, it's there so that they can keep an eye on the forests, and if they catch on fire, that they can report back to headquarters.
Okay, I didn't get that it was like somewhat of a permanent sort of living situation.
Yeah, it's this one here. Let's say it was probably built in 1915 and then refurbished a few times. They built a lot of them in the early 1900s. I've been on 44 of these fire lookouts.
Are they all pretty much the same, or are there some that like really stand out?
There's different ways of building them, but there's like 4 or 5 different architectural styles for them.
It's nuts how many animal tracks are literally right under this freaking thing.
Yeah, that's real. I mean, that's kind of the way it is.
Why is that? Are animals attracted to like human built structures because they're tall or something? Or?
I think it's more that the top of the hill is a place where they can find food.
Okay.
And it's a landmark when they're grazing or browsing.
All right, here we go. Lookout point, Layton Lake District. Oh yeah, we got a little fire risk. Low, medium, severe, extreme. Would you look at that view? Never gets old. Up here, you can see the great hunting spots. Maybe this is going to be like, and then there's where you go to find the bears. Oh, Beaumont's not the only place where Hope's set up camp. It's also famous for railroad bridges, North Pacific Line. Keep an eye out between blacktail hunting or use them as vantage points. Okay. So we've got, oh, wow. Wow, dude, this place is huge. So these are all the lookout points, all these little green binocular guys. So this is huge, man. This seems like it would take a while to get from one to the other. And have you been to this actual one before?
No, I'm not sure that it's a real place. I think it's a made up place, but
well, now you're gonna tell me Santa Claus isn't real next, so we're gonna drop
we
that.
already went down that road once.
That's right. Okay, so we've got a bunch of, let's see, undiscovered. That's all it says, is just undiscovered things. We've got these tracks that we looked at, and we've got more lookout points. So we can either go to this railroad outpost. I'll say that. Let's place the waypoint there, and then see if anything pops up on the way to it.
Oh, okay.
And can we go inside? Is this a faux pas to poke around?
Well, I mean, you're a tax-paying citizen of the United States. I mean, this is part of your heritage.
So if I go in here and I found I don't know, a bag of Doritos, that's I paid for that bag of Doritos.
Yeah, you don't want to eat somebody else's food. It's a long way to go to the store.
All right, we'll close the door behind us too then.
Okay.
All right, and now would you suggest that I just jump off this railing to get down there quicker?
I mean, you could, but
I'm not going to.
That might end the game. Man, you are fast on the stairs.
I was actually a stair champion, Florida Allstate.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so we have moose. We have
deer.
Another moose. We have two different meese. We have very old moose dropping. So I think all the moose tracks are pretty freaking old. Yeah, they're all really old. And we've got the bear, and the bear is headed in the same direction as this next outpost. So let's just do that.
Okay. Here's the outhouse.
Now, do you got any special anecdotes on outhouses? Why is there a heart on the outhouse? Is there a story behind that? Or a moon?
Well, you got to let some light in so you can see your Montgomery Ward catalog.
But why not just like a slot? Like why a moon or a heart? Or just cause you're fancy out in the woods?
Well, I think it's just being fancy. But we were up on one time that didn't even have walls. It was just a toilet looking over hundreds of miles. And I actually wrote a story about it. I called it A Loo with a View.
You are a poet, Gary.
I write short poems.
I mean, I guess coincidentally, I don't know if this is like the game doing this, but there are tracks that seem to lead more or less to the. Oh crap! Okay, what was that?
Ooh.
A jackrabbit, 70 meters, but jackrabbit's a downgrade from the mallard, you said. So I'm not gonna care about that.
Yeah.
See, that helps me to know, because I would definitely just be getting distracted constantly, chasing like every little track that I found.
Yeah, we're looking for high value targets. Okay.
Yeah.
What was that? Was that still the jackrabbit?
It was still the jackrabbit. Okay. Yeah. Now, if you heard an animal running away, you personally, would you be able to tell if that was a bear, deer, moose, or jackrabbit pretty easily? I
can tell the difference between an elk or a deer running away. Yeah.
All right, we are at another outpost.
Okay.
Hey, we're catching on quickly.
Ooh, there's a container. That's interesting.
You won't find a soft bed in many parts around here. Don't forget to stock up before heading out. What are we stocking up on? We got maps. We got please register. We don't do that. We're paranoid Americans. We don't register with anyone.
There you go.
Oh, we can actually sleep. I wonder, is there like a nighttime hunting that we do?
Well, you've been running all over creation, so you're probably pretty tired.
I don't know how to tell. Let's see. Is there like a little stat that tells me like how tired I am? Oh, hey, that guy I mentioned earlier has been having a problem.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Okay, this was what it's telling us. Richard Hope is a survivalist that lives off of land. He has set up a bunch of camps, and last night discovered one was ransacked. Food was stolen, and Hope asked Doc to track down who is responsible. I assume that it's going to be an animal, because I don't think this is like a like hunt down the people that are stealing food kind of game.
Okay.
Oh, look at this! You can actually go into the supply closet. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff we can't afford, and we have a 270 Stradivarius.
Well, that sounds nice.
Is that better than our 243 Ranger?
270 would be a better choice.
We can't afford it. It's $12,000.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think that these are dollar to dollar sort of.
I'll stick with the 243 then.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna stay with all the free stuff. I can't afford any of this. So that we got some compound bows. We've got different rifle ammo that we can afford. I don't know if any of this matters. So we've got 243 soft point.
Stay with this. Yeah,
Okay.
you don't want the 223.
Yeah, and I guess there's also a polymer tip bullet. What does that matter to you if you're out hunting between a soft point and a polymer tip if you're hunting bears with this thing?
Well, in this case, I'd go with the free ammo over the ammo I have more than the ammo that's sitting there for sale.
Oh, and we got stuff in storage. So we have the Stradivarius already.
Oh, so it's there?
So should we swap that out with like the 357?
I would swap out the 243.
Well, we don't got to swap nothing, bro. Now we just got them all.
Oh, we got them all. Okay.
This is a video game logic where you can just carry like 20 guns and you're fine.
Then.
Oh, no. Additional carrying capacity 0. So we are maxed out.
Okay. Well, we could get rid of something if you want.
I mean, personally, more guns is better. So I'm just going to carry all the guns.
All right.
I don't have a problem with that. All right. I don't know where the other place is that we're supposed to help this dude out. Here's a little uncharted place. And just so there's a time limit on here, we'll wrap up in probably like a half hour. Are you good for the next 30 minutes?
Oh, yeah.
So far, I actually have been enjoying this despite only killing a duck and then missing a bear. I've learned a bunch.
That's a pretty good hunt.
Yeah? Is that...
I would call it a successful hunt already, but I mean, let's try to get another shot on a bear.
Oh, what's that? Something's here. A coyote mating call 120 meters away. Do I use the jackrabbit thing or do I...
Oh, yeah. Use the jackrabbit thing.
It's right here. Do I like snuck up against the... Let's see. And I'm sure there's a way to like quick jump between all these stupid things, but it was this one.
Okay, now
that doesn't sound like a jackrabbit, does it?
That's good. No, that's good. Now switch back to your rifle.
Oh, just that one?
Yep.
Oh, we got the Stradivarius too, don't we?
Yeah.
No, we don't. I don't know how to pick it apparently.
Okay. 243 is perfect.
And you said usually you wait like a minute or two?
Yeah.
And that's no movement?
Yep. Yeah. You want me to tell you a story?
Yeah, tell me a story.
Okay, so one day I was sitting in my office, I was working and the phone rings and this guy calls and he says, that he'd been doing some research and he found me, and he thinks that I would be the best person to ask this question. And I said, well, what is it? And he was like from Michigan or somewhere. And he said that he just had this desire to feed a bear a pie out of his hand. I said,
Okay.
oh, really? And so I thought this is one of my friends who's teasing me. So I kind of played along with it. And he said it was like one of his life list things, you know. And I said, well, I've actually thought about this quite a bit. I said, you know, people say bears have personal space and you don't want to get inside a bear's personal space. I said, but bears are not persons, so they actually don't have personal space, but they do have space inside them for persons. And I said, you see what I'm getting at here? He says, I think I see what you're getting at. And so I said, there's some things that we have in common with bears, and we both like pie. And he said, yeah. And I just heard a story about this bear that had broken into this like pie shop. Are we getting close to the coyote here?
I've abandoned the coyote. I'm going back to the house. Oh,
Okay.
wait. Black bear fleeing 70 meters.
Okay, get ready.
I'm doing a faux pas here. I'm using my scope because I don't know where my binoculars
No,
are.
you're doing the right thing. This is the right thing.
God, he's got to be so close.
If there's a bear there, you want your scope up.
Do we
Is
shoot
that
the
it?
rabbit?
That's a
Okay,
rabbit.
no. That'll scare the bear, right? That'll scare the bear away.
That's good.
I wanted to shoot that rabbit.
I know. I wanted to too.
Sorry. So continue on your story about the bear and the pie.
So this one bear broke into this pie shop. This is a true story, and it ate all of the cherry pies first, and then it ate like 20 something of the cherry pies, then it ate like 2 apple pies, and it left the strawberry rhubarb. It didn't even eat the strawberry rhubarb, which is interesting.
I would probably go for the strawberry rhubarb right off the bat.
Oh, I know.
Personally.
I would too.
Okay, I guess I didn't know what I was doing, but I like entered I built and entered a little hunting spot here.
Okay, this is
A
cool.
lookout tower.
I like it.
And there was a bear. I guess this was the thing I was looking at. This is the unknown thing, was that I could build a little spot there.
Oh, cool. This looks like a good spot.
I mean, is this where you just hang out for hours?
Yeah, we could sit here for a long time and wait
let's do that. Let's just see if something shows. Should I like do like a call or anything?
Yeah, you could. You
Let's
could.
do a call. Have you ever seen the documentary? I think it's about the bear man or something. The guy
Oh,
that goes and
man.
lives with bears. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, I watched it. Yeah, it was like 2.5 hours of misery. I was so mad at that guy. And I knew people that had met him too.
What was the worst thing that guy did? Just trying to get up close and personal with him and think that they were his friends, or was he doing other really dumb stuff?
The worst thing was that he had a girlfriend and that he brought her there and she got eaten too, you know.
And she had to hear the whole damn thing too, like as it was happening, right?
And then it happened to her.
Where's the freaking bears, Gary?
Yeah, you sound like
people ever get mad at you as like a hunting guide?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not a hunting guide, but yeah, they do get mad at me. People get mad at me all the time. But yeah, like I was hunting with my friend Todd one time, and it was the same day my daughter had killed that bear, and we had called for 7.5 minutes, and he says, well, Gary, looks like nobody's home. And I said, we only started 7.5 minutes ago. We got to stay here for an hour. And 7.5 more minutes went by and this bear came out and it had been there the whole time. And he missed it with his first shot and then he rolled it with a second shot and killed it. It was cool.
That definitely said, like, man, 7.5 minutes. Like, you guys are just camping out there all day, huh? What's the longest you've stayed in one exact spot hunting an animal?
Long time. I mean, well,
like days.
For continuous sit, probably 8 or 9 hours. But
Wow.
but
What animal is that?
if I'm calling bear, I'll sit in one place for an hour and then I'll get up.
What was the 8 or 9 hour one?
For deer.
Was it just like a majestic trophy deer or something that was worth 8 or 9 hours, or is that just a typical for when you don't see anything else? You just give it that long.
Yeah, so that'd be like if I'm hunting in Missouri and we go on stand in the morning and then just stay as long as we can handle it. And sometimes I'll bring like a little book along or something, I'll read a book when I think I can get away with it. But I'm always looking up all the time.
I'm going to keep this moving a little bit, at least for the next 10 minutes. I want to
Get
if
back.
this were a regular video game, I'll just tell you what my strategy is, and then let me know how well this would or wouldn't work. But I would just sprint the entire time, and then the first animal that I see, I would just start shooting at it until it got angry enough to charge me, and then I'd be able to do a headshot. Is that reasonable in any scenario?
It would work on some types of African game, and it might work in Kodiak Island for the big brown bear.
Does anyone do that? Does anyone like antagonize animals in order to hunt them?
It's uncommon, but
Is that unsportsmanlike?
Well, it's not necessarily unsportsmanlike. It's kind of dangerous, but there are people that will try to provoke a charge from like a Cape buffalo in Africa.
Who's Cape buffalo?
Or like a water buffalo in Australia. Those are some of the biggest most dangerous bovines.
Oh, look at that. There's something. It's a moose.
Okay, shoot it. Shoot again. Shoot again.
Oh, I know, it's bolt action. I forgot how to reload.
Shoot again.
He's definitely hurting. I saw him limping a little bit.
Yeah, you better run straight after him.
Yep, we're trying. Oh god, he goes slow when he's reloading his freaking. Come on, I can run faster than that reloading the bolt. Oh man. So let's say that this was real. How accurate is what just happened in a real scenario?
It's accurate. It's accurate.
Oh my god, I can't see through these freaking
This is accurate too.
Really? Like I lost sight of him. Where the hell did he go?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that I think he was like right around here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Man, how far could he have gone? Like I got him pretty decent. Like that was felt like a headshot. Oh, okay, that looks like blood. Blood splatter.
It says no organs hit.
How the hell would it know that? Can you tell if an organ was hit or not based on the blood?
You can, yeah.
What would you look for?
Well, if it's like bright, frothy blood, that would be indicator of like a lung shot.
Could they be hiding in the freaking water? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I mean because
the audio came from like right over here somewhere, but it's just water.
Could be laying dead in the water. I guess we should have talked about where you aim on a moose.
Well, I just aimed for the forehead. Was that not the is that video game logic? I mean, I thought I was like shooting a Nazi or something.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. warning call, 150 meters in this direction.
There.
Oh,
Is there a
there's
moose?
something. There's something moving. I
that a
didn't want
bear?
to shoot in case it was a doe.
Might be a moose with a calf, or a buffalo, or a bear with a cub.
Shit. Well, what do we do? Do I go after whatever that was?
You could.
Is there a chance that that was the moose we hit? It seemed like it was pretty casually strolling for
Yeah.
a moose that just got shot twice.
Yeah. I got to send my dog back downstairs. Can I do that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. We'll wrap this up in like
Okay.
15 too.
Go down to your bed.
I don't see any of the blood tracks left, and the other guys were going this direction.
Okay. Follow them up.
Okay, so would we want to follow those instead of the moose that we shot and it's bleeding?
If this was real life, we would focus all of our efforts on the moose. Okay. What do we got here?
I just saw a clearing, but I don't know if that. I don't think there's anything out there. This is total Call of Duty logic where you just use. Are there any? No, don't hate me for asking this question. Are there like trick shots in hunting? Are people ever like, watch, I'll shoot this deer like behind my back using a mirror?
Well, probably the best one would be like if it's running and you feel like you can make the shot while it's running. That would be, probably as far as that goes.
Is like horseback shooting common?
Not really. I think maybe people did that more a long time ago.
Man, I don't know where the hell that moose went. Let's see how far I ran from it. Oh God, it was like all the way over here. I'm just gonna go to Hope's camp, and we'll call that our final milestone here. I feel like this is pretty typical for like a new hunter.
It's actually pretty typical for a hunt in general. I mean,
I do feel bad knowing that there's a moose out there just like leaving a trail of blood, but it was not an organ, so I feel like it might survive.
It said the bleeding rate was low. I think
Okay.
I think you grazed it. Maybe
What
you hit it in
happens?
the ear.
Like long term for that moose that I just shot twice, and
It's
it was
gonna heal up,
bleeding.
and it's gonna do just fine.
Okay. Do you think there's ever a point that like the moose rise up against us?
No. But one particular moose could rise up against you and kick you in the head. I mean, that's possible.
Are there any aside from coyotes, I guess, are there any animals that would actually like group up together and like form either a pack or coordinate with each other to hurt you?
Wolves.
Oh shit, what was that? White, okay. That scared me. It was just a white-tailed deer, but I swear it sounded like a snake or something.
Are we close to it?
It said 50 meters.
Oh, good. Let's find it. If our hunt is almost over, we have to shoot a doe, we will.
Oh, is that if the faux pas goes away if you didn't find anything else that day?
Well, we're trophy hunting, so
if you went to a hunter's house and they just had a bunch of like doe heads on the wall.
Oh, shoot this. Oh,
I did, man. That recoil rocked me.
I felt like you missed. What did you
Damn,
feel?
dude, are you serious? I could have sworn I hit it right in the left eye.
You got to shoot for the heart lungs area.
Okay, sorry, I'm still in video game land, man.
Yeah,
Where headshots give you like an extra 50 points.
Oh, there was blood there.
Yep.
Okay.
Very low bleed rate. Okay, so I feel like this is not gonna be a perfect shot now. Like I don't get all the points because you probably want to shoot once and drop it, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why you do the
moose
heart
track again too. And I'm just out here torturing animals for fun at this point.
Did that look like it was a buck or did it look like it was a doe?
It looked like it was a doe. Definitely
Okay, I
looked like
thought
a
I
doe.
saw antlers, but it might have been in the tree.
There's a coyote around here. Man, this is so all right. Let's unless it pops up again and I shoot it in the heart next time and not in the left eye.
Yeah, so right behind the foreleg.
It was funny, right as you said, if we see a doe, just shoot it. It pops
Yeah,
up.
just as I'm saying that, yeah.
Okay, all right, we're here.
Do you think
Oh,
we
oh, oh, what's
manifested it?
this? Oh, a turkey.
Ooh, shotgun. Get the shotgun.
Is this a faux pas thing to shoot a turkey
No,
with a
no,
rifle?
we're going to shoot the turkey with the shotgun if we can.
But wouldn't you want to like snipe it from far away?
Well, how close are we?
It said it was about 100 meters.
Yeah, let's get close to it and shoot it with the shotgun.
Let's see. Well, that is not turkey. That is moose. I mean, I think I would recognize a turkey trail if I saw it. Oh. 90 to 130 meters away.
Okay. Are we using the shotgun now?
Yep, we are on the
Okay.
shotgun.
All right.
Now, can I run up on a turkey, or is it gonna like? Do I want to creep up on it?
You want to kind of sneak up on it.
Okay.
They're pretty smart.
All right, I haven't heard it again. I think we've probably moved about 100 meters. Oh, here's the turkey. Trot. Are turkey dangerous?
You got to be really unlucky for a turkey to hurt you.
Oh, turkey droppings,
Nice.
I think. Or no, this is the turkey. What is this?
Tracks, turkey tracks.
Oh, eating. This is the need zone. Okay, so this is
Okay.
where it goes to feed, I guess. So it's got to be
Yeah.
around here. These are more turkey tracks. Right? Are we going the right direction? Or it looks like... Okay. Where would a turkey rate in terms of a turkey versus a mallard duck?
Oh, it's a definite upgrade.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's harder to hunt?
Yeah.
Man, it feels like it would be right. Like there's three different hunting areas or feeding areas for the turkey right in this little spot. Very old droppings. Okay. I mean, could you just sit here and camp out at the food source? Like just stand right there and wait for them to show up?
Yep.
Or
Yep.
could they smell you at all or no?
No.
How long would you, let's say that there, let's say theoretically that you knew that there was a turkey in this area and that it was going to come to this little patch of land at some point. Are you sitting there for 4 hours waiting for it? Or is that not? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's worth it for
Yeah.
a turkey?
Yeah, it's worth it.
How long would a single wild turkey feed you?
Oh, me and my wife, it would be three or four meals.
Both of you? So like what, like a full day or two?
Oh, we would eat it over the course of a couple weeks. You know, we would intersperse it with deer meals and fish.
Have you ever done an all hunted turducken?
Yeah. I think we did that last year.
Really? Where everything was actually wild caught?
Yeah. Or maybe I made it. Maybe I wrote about it. I think
That
I've
was
done that. Okay, so what do we got here?
A moose just made a noise.
Okay.
I'm getting
Got the rifle again?
Rifle out. There we go. Yeah. Now, would it be sportsmanlike to shoot a moose with a shotgun, or would that just be stupid?
Yeah, that wouldn't work. So we want to try to shoot.
Oh my god, it's right freaking there. Oh no, I did the head again.
Shoot again.
I did the head again. I don't know why I did that. Oh
But it was
no, where'd it
coming.
go? Where'd it go? Where'd it run? Oh man, I feel bad. It just like in my like anticipation, I just go for the headshot. I feel like I need to learn that part the most.
Well, it was coming straight at you, so
It was
wasn't
right there,
bad.
man. How did not take the moose down though? That was like
Well, it looked like you were shooting the tree.
all right. I feel personally attacked there, Gary.
Well, I've shot the
I
tree.
might have. Oh, look at that. There's something dead up there. Oh wait.
Okay, walk up to it.
Can I shoot it in case it's not dead?
Sure. Right there.
Okay, I think it was
Okay,
dead.
now walk up to it.
Yeah, that thing was dead. Is it unsportsmanlike to shoot a dead animal?
No,
Or does that
no,
happen?
you want to.
What is this? Oh, that's the moose. Okay.
It's a cow moose, yeah.
Female moose. You could tell that it was a female because it
Uh-huh.
just doesn't have
Yeah,
antlers.
'cause it
Same thing.
doesn't have antlers, yeah.
It is 408 kilograms. It is difficulty is 1 trivial. So this is actually rated lower than the freaking duck. That doesn't seem right.
No,
Right?
no.
That doesn't seem correct.
No, because this is in class number 8. The duck was in class number 1. Yeah, it's not as difficult as getting a bull moose, but it's still something you
And what's
got.
cool too is this thing has this X-ray view, so you can see exactly where you shot it and where it
Oh,
entered. So it
cool.
looks like, look at that,
Yeah,
man.
You
Look
brain
at
shot
that.
it. Yeah, you brain shot it. Well, you didn't waste any meat.
Come on.
But-
Would this be preferable to a heart shot, or is a heart shot still better than like a one shot
Okay,
to the head?
Did you see where the heart is?
I see it. Yeah, it's right
okay,
here.
yeah,
Right?
That would be the shot I would want you to take if we were out there hunting together. Because if you are a little high, then you're going to be in its lungs. But there's a whole school of thought that says, yeah, I only shoot them in the head. And, that's fine.
I mean, I don't know if this is a dumb question or not, but like if you shoot it in the heart, that means you can't eat the heart, right? So don't you want to not shoot it in the heart so that you can like do the whole like
Well, what you want
take
is
a chomp out of it?
what you want. No, I'd rather have any excuse not to do that. But what you want is a dead moose, and shooting them in the heart makes a dead moose.
Okay, it's fair point.
Shooting for the head. The head's moving a lot, while you're trying to hit it. That's why it's not as preferable a target in general.
All right, we got a moose. I feel like now we can go to this next camp and do our little checkpoint and save it. Like I feel good now.
Yeah, I think we had a really good first hunt for you.
Is there a time when you call it a day? If you shot,
I would call it a day after killing a moose.
Okay.
Yep.
Like even if you saw another bigger moose, would you like take the time to shoot that one too? Or
No,
do you
I'd
just
be
like
done.
that- Okay.
I'd be done.
Is that strictly just because you can only eat so much moose?
Yep.
Or
Yep.
survival camp? Here we go. All right, and then oh man, that turkey is gonna live another day. We're gonna get the turkey next time. We're gonna get the turkey next time.
Yeah.
All right, is there? I think we can build this thing, and that'll be the end of it.
What are we gonna build? Are we gonna build a cache?
Yeah. So one of those little hunt
Mhm.
towers. I'm pretty sure whenever I find these guys, and it says it
okay.
costs 1,700, so I can't afford it. But when I do that, it turns it into one of those little hunt spots.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I don't know if yeah, I guess that waypoint is just there to let us know. So I don't see a bed or anything for us to like actually sit down in. Let's see. No. All right. Well, let's just pretend that we're gonna post up camp here, tell some more stories, and
Yeah.
at least save where we're at. So
Yeah, we're gonna eat some of that moose tenderloin, and maybe if we can find some chanterelles, we'll cook up some chanterelles too.
I do not. I don't see a save. I see skills. Oh, let's pick this before we wrap it up. We can pick any of these tier ones, I guess. So we've got track knowledge, reveals more information about animals' gender when investigating footprints. Is that possible? Can you tell the gender of
Yeah,
an animal based on the
yeah,
footprints?
yeah. I can tell you if it's a buck or a doe by looking at the track, male
Okay,
or
so we've
female.
got that. We can track an animal gender. We can decrease visibility in foggy weather.
Mm.
And we can gain a 15% increase in health. I feel like tracking is the one that we want. Oh, wait. No, we can't even pick those. We have to do locate tracks. So I guess it's a moot point. We picked that. Okay. And now we can pick one of these. So I am going to go. The next time we get a skill point, we'll do that one. So, man, I was just looking for like a save button, but let's just assume that we can save it here. Well, I'm just wildly firing in the air now. Major faux pas. Major faux pas.
That happens too. All of these things.
You know, I honestly, I wonder, maybe you don't even save. Maybe it's just like you go home for the day and the next time you load it up, they just
Yeah.
remember everything that you shot last time.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, man. Here, let me figure out what I'm doing here with the screen. There we go. Okay. So, I actually had more I mean, I thought I was going to have fun, but I had more fun than I was expecting.
Well,
And
I realized I got pretty deep into it. You know, I'm right there with you the whole time, and I'm having these same feelings that I have when I'm hunting with somebody who hasn't hunted before.
So let's say that like that was a real hunting session. We were out in the wilderness and everything, right? And I go home, you go home, and you're talking to your wife, and you're like, man, this guy that I was out hunting with today,
He
like
just ran all over the place. He wouldn't stand in one place very long. He'd look all around, but man, he had a lot of energy, and he missed a couple times. He missed the bear, but the thing that made me happy was he shot at the bear. Because sometimes my friends will just look at the bear and let's try and kill that thing. And you didn't shoot the jackrabbit, which is cool because you're holding out for a high value target. So, I think that's good.
okay. Is it what was the biggest complaint that you're telling your wife? Like you don't have to talk to me, you're talking to your wife. The worst thing that this guy did today was, and let's forget the negligent discharge at the end.
We can't forget the negligent discharge.
Okay, that's the worst thing, isn't it?
That's going to be part of your hunting story. Is
well, to be fair, I don't think in real life you're scrambling around the main menu looking for a save button, which is how that negligent. But okay, fair point. It was a negligent discharge, all the same. I could have holstered, or at least put the rifle on my back and had the binoculars out. Right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and you adjusted when I told you something we didn't do like that. You adjusted right away. I mean, so that's good. That's good. But man, you're running all over the place, and you didn't stop for lunch. And I got really hungry, and when I get hungry, I get grumpy because I really wanted to stop and eat something.
Well, I will pack sandwiches next time. You know what? The next time we do this, though, I do feel like I'm gonna bring an extra loud, crinkly bag of Doritos. Remember when they had the biodegradable bags for like a year or two, and they were so loud that everyone complained, and they had to. It was for Sun Chips, I think, and a few others.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna track down one of those biodegradable Sun Chips bags for the next time we do this.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
All right. Well, I mean, would you have enough fun to do this again?
Yeah, I would. So I had this little guy right here. You know what this is?
I don't. Here, let me make you bigger so I can see him better too.
Whoops. Okay, here we go. What's
that? That is a Rhode Island bear, is it not?
No, it's a little beaver. See that? And it's actually a pencil sharpener. This is what I have next to my desk here. But I just figured this would be the mascot for for this episode. I just have this little beaver there because
Now,
who doesn't
is that
like a
plastic?
beaver?
Or is that a taxidermied pencil
uh,
sharpener?
it's I don't know what it's made of. It's not plastic, but who doesn't like a beaver? You know.
I actually had a teacher named Winona that had a big brown beaver.
Yeah, okay. I saw Primus in concert once.
Primus sucks.
I lost part of my hearing there.
Yeah, another pro tip is wear your freaking earplug. Do you wear earplugs when you're out hunting for
I do most of the time. I mean, so this is the thing that really grinds on me is somebody who will put earplugs in when we start hunting. Because most of the time when you're hunting, you might hunt for 2, 3, 4 days before you see the animal that you're going to get a chance at. I mean, it might be 4 days. You don't wear earplugs that whole time. You're not going to hear if your buddy says, hey, don't step off that cliff, or hey, you're going to step in a hole, because you don't need earplugs until the moment you're going to take the shot. And it's really easy to have the earplug in your pocket and then just stick it in. And you want to put the earplug in your off ear. So if you're shooting off the right shoulder, the earplug wants to be in your left ear, because that's the ear that's closest to the muzzle. See, when you're shooting.
And if we were out there hunting and we saw a bear and you're like, let's take a shot of that bear, and neither of us are wearing hearing protection, you still take the shot, or do you wait for everyone to like put on earmuffs or put in their ear blockers or what have you?
It's on them, man. It's on them. And so if they know I'm shooting, I don't need to tell them to put their ears in. They got however many seconds it takes me to get the animal shot.
Do you have your ears around your neck while you're out hunting, or like?
I try to, but lots of times I'll have them in a little pocket, and then if I got it around my neck, that works out real good. Sometimes I lose them that way. Like I lost an earplug this week on a bird hunt.
Like just a cheap styrofoam one?
No, it was a custom made one.
Oh, the ones that like fit into your ear canal and everything.
Yeah, I lost one of those. So
that's a weird experience for anyone that hasn't done that. It's medical.
Right. So you heat up that wax and then you stick it in your ear and then you let it cool off and take it out. Yeah. Lost one.
When I had mine done the first time, the lady forgot about me and my friend because it was like on the second floor, and apparently it only takes like, I don't know, like 10 minutes to set or something.
Yeah.
But like we were up there for like an hour thinking that it like took that long, but she just forgot about us. So all right, man. I'll wrap this up. This has been a cool 2 hours on the dot, which I feel is kind of like the sweet spot for video games, because you can get an hour in and not really do anything, but two is a pretty nice one. So I'll let you go and have that sandwich before you start getting hangry.
I'm wore out. I'm gonna take a little nap.
All right, give another shout out to where people can find you and all your hunting goodness.
Okay, GaryLewisOutdoors.com, and we have books. The latest book is called Born Ballistic, and it's the story of Nosler and Nosler bullets. And then you can find me on Instagram at Gary Lewis Outdoors. Books are available on Amazon, the Fishing Central Oregon book and Fishing Mount Hood Country book and all that.
Right on. And I'll do a quick shout out for the Chosen One issue 2. If you go to chosenone.com, the campaign is finally live. We've been threatening to release this thing out into the wild for over a year, and it finally happened. And the good news is that our original target was to raise $1,500, which is exactly how much it cost just to print it and ship it to us, and then get it to everyone. But we blew past that in 4 hours, and I think we're almost at $3,000 now. And once we get the $3,000, we'll announce a whole bunch of milestone rewards. And one of them, I guess I'll just spill the beans now for all you guys watching, but one of them is going to be a set of homunculus trading cards that are going to be part of a huge, and I mean like a huge set of trading cards that I've been working on for 5+ years. I've even got the domain name, everything that's ready to go. It's going to be at conspiracycards.com. But that's all I'm going to say for now. And the first 3 cards might be a little homunculus set for Chosen One, and you'll only be able to get them at chosenone.com, and they're not even listed. It is literally a secret prize that you'd only know about if you're listening to me say it right now. So if that sounds like you're saying, go snag any of the printed editions, and I think it starts at $6. So if you got $6, which is literally less than the cost of a Happy Meal these days, then give it a shot, man. Give it a shot. Get some trading cards. Support your boys.
Cool.
And if we get paid enough, I can actually go on a real hunting trip with Gary. So just know
that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Okay, so I got to do a quick shout out to my daughter, Michaela. I got Michaela some of your comic books. I gave them to her for Christmas, and but I don't know if she looked at them yet. I don't know, but she knows. She saw the stickers. She saw the T-shirt that I wore. But I said, because she's an artist, and I said, I want you to draw a picture of me and Thomas and Juan and out hunting birds. And I told her that that's what I want you to do. We'd be hunting pigeons. And so she went and looked up Juan Ayala, and she says, well, I'm not sure that's who you meant. And I said, no, it's the Chosen One.
I love that idea. We go hunting pigeons.
And she says, oh. So if she ever gets that one done, I'll make sure I might even just send it to you.
Can you go hunting pigeons? Is that a real thing?
Yeah, we got a pigeon. We got a pigeon about 2 months ago. We were hunting chukars, and we just couldn't get on the chukars. The chukars were getting away from us. We saw a coyote. It was kind of like our hunt today, and then right when we were done, this pigeon, they're like an invasive species, right? So this pigeon just comes flying up. We're way out in the rim rocks, and I said to the guy I was with, shoot it. And boom, he laces that pigeon, and my dog runs out and picks it up. And we were so happy. It was like one of the best hunts of the year. We got a pigeon. I mean, it's lower value target than your mallard, but we celebrated by going and getting hamburgers at the tavern and mopping, and we were all happy. It was a beautiful day.
I got to say, that's on my bucket list now, is being on a hunt with Gary and just hearing him go, shoot it, and then I shoot, and then we go out for burgers. That honestly sounds like a highlight of a year.
They were good burgers. We had a great chucker season, but not me. I mean, I got
what's the chucker? Chucker's a bird?
Chucker is a bird. It's like a partridge. It's an import from the Himalayas. And a really good tasting bird. And I didn't get as many as I thought I was going to get this year, but I had some great hunts. And, that getting that pigeon that one day was just, a highlight.
All right. Well, let's go and have our moose sausage and moose burgers. And maybe next time we'll have a bear burger, but this time it's just going to be moose. That's right. Cheers. All right. Cheers, y'all. And I'll play us out with a little commercial here. Thanks again, Gary, for hanging out with me. And I had a great time with this.
That was awesome.
All right. See y'all. Remember to like, subscribe, do all the things.
American stickers, cryptids, cults, and killers. Seek out all your favorite conspiracies. All the land and more on a sticker sheets. Paranoid American stickers. They'll make you smile and snicker. False flags and secret society. All of these and more on a sticker sheets.
Explore the unique with Paranoid American sticker sheets. Unearth tales of cryptids, cults, and mysteries through each sticker. These won't last long. Get yours now at paranoidamerican.com.
All American stickers, cryptids, cults, and killers. We got all your favorite conspiracies. All of that and more on our sticker sheets. Paranoid American stickers. They'll make you smile and snicker. False flags and secret society. All of these and more on our sticker sheets.
What the heck are you waiting for? Discover the extraordinary with Paranoid American sticker sheets. From cryptids in the night to cults out of sight, each sticker is a unique find. Get yours now at paranoidamerican.com.